A word for our listeners. Achtung Cthulhu is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerd's Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our investigators uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring George Chimples, Phil Durham, Rob Walker, Justin Kimmett, Shirley Niedzwiecki, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as the keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm here with Rob.
Having a great time.
Scott.
The Deliverer.
George.
Yo.
Shirley.
Hello.
And I'm Matt. And once again this week we are on a side quest that George is running. George, would you like to take over now and run us through your Dreamland of Death?
Okay, so you are outside of the Cathedral of Screams. You've just read a book about why the world is the way it is.
It didn't really give us a direction of where to go, did it?
Well, inside the cathedral, presumably.
Ah.
I mean, come on, there's going to be a Cathedral of Screams and you're not going to go in it? That's a ridiculous idea. Of course you should go in there.
We did fight broken umbrella squid monsters.
We didn't fight that. We succumbed, and it took care of itself.
I don't know about we.
You escaped it.
Succumbed to it.
You escaped it.
My strength roll passed. What are you talking about?
All right, so I guess we're going inside. How many shots does a 32 have?
Are you done reading the book?
Wait, do you have ammo?
That's why I'm asking.
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6. 17.
If
4.
If I can't sing
Four
I'm on
rounds.
a boat, you can't sing that song.
I'm on a boat. I've never stopped you from singing on a boat.
So,
There are no boats occurring in this scenario.
I'm going to hold
The
up the
entire episode is
lenses to
stopping
look
us
at the
from singing
people
that,
on the
thank you.
spires
Thank you.
now that we're much closer.
Oh, yeah.
What do I see?
They're emitting some sort of energy into the sky.
Nice. So, the clothes were at the bottom of one of the spires?
It was at the entrance.
Okay. I look up at the top, at the entrance to the cathedral. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I look up on the top. Is there a human impaled at the top of the cathedral?
No.
Oh, well, then we need to go inside.
Are there people impaled on the other places, or are those crab thingies?
Carcinoids.
Carcinoids. Okay.
That's you've got enough natural history to know
Yeah.
That's basically carcinoid crab people, same thing.
How come they don't know what their own names are?
They are the people.
They are the people.
They come from home.
They wouldn't call themselves
I'm-
crab things. They'd call themselves people.
I'm
like
an
we do.
earthling.
And they're probably not
No,
speaking
you're a
in their
people.
native tongue when they're speaking English at us.
Oh my good night.
No, he's right.
Plot holes. Anyway.
Plot holes.
That's not a plot hole.
What would you call yourself?
There are way better plot
The professor
holes.
trips
I'm a
and
human.
falls and
I'm
hits
an
her head.
earthling. If there was
She's
some
done a
alien
point.
that came here and they were like, "Well, what
She's
are you?"
damaged.
I'm an earthling. I'm from
Are
this
you saying
planet.
she's damaged
I'm
goods?
human.
Yeah,
Some
she hurt her
people-
head.
Okay.
Some people call us Terrans because we live in the
Yes,
Terran system.
Terra. Yeah.
Or
Yeah, all those
or
aliens we're
Solians.
talking to certainly are calling us Terrans. That's absolutely
Or,
right.
or
Right.
Solians, because we're around Soul.
These guys don't have
No,
science
everybody
fiction.
has a son.
The name of the sun is
gosh.
Soul.
Yeah, the proper name. Whatever. This is all ridiculous.
So anyhow,
Go on.
We're in a dream
I'm
world
just
with
wondering why they
broken
don't know their
umbrella
own
squid
names.
monsters, and
Broken
this
umbrella
is what's
squid monster.
ridiculous.
I'm going in the
Sky
cathedral.
squid.
You go into the
We're all
cathedral.
going inside the cathedral.
yeah, but you,
Following Jeremy
but surely,
into this.
but surely you wouldn't call
cathedral.
yourself flesh-covered bone creature, would you?
Yeah.
No.
She does
No.
that sometimes.
So they likely
Maybe
would.
not
Stop
in my
telling my
language, but in their
secrets.
language. Why are we still on this?
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
not
I
sure.
thought we were moving on.
I thought we
Jeremy, where are you going?
Into
Inside
the
the cathedral.
cathedral.
Why?
I've already-
I'm the leader now, apparently.
No, I've already gone into the cathedral. I'm like, oh, we need to go in here, and I go in.
Are you? Does that make you? Never mind. I'm not validating what he's doing. Never mind. Nothing. Go on.
Everybody
Are
else
we
is in the
following
cathedral.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm following Jeremy.
We're following
I'm fine validating what Jeremy is doing. I'm not validating
And
what
your
Scott is
cute
doing.
little lammy
Of course not.
pajamas.
Yeah,
They are cute, and they make you feel comfortable.
they're wonderful.
It's good to feel comfortable in the terrible dream world.
I do.
Oh, we have finally figured out that we're not in a dream world.
No,
oh,
we-
do you
we
still
have
believe
not.
we're in a dream?
Oh no, it's
I never thought we were in the
your
first place.
psychosis
it's not
broken?
a it's not a
Broken?
dream. It's not a dream, but it could still be a dream world.
No, it's a dream.
You notice something about Dreamland's references to that in the book, but you're unclear as to exactly what that means. Are you dreaming this land? Is this where dreams come from? Do you have to be dreaming to get there?
Can I
Unclear.
roll a Cthulhu mythos?
You don't have any Cthulhu mythos.
Can I have a piece of Cthulhu mythos?
No.
Somebody's got Cthulhu mythos.
I know who has Cthulhu mythos.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, because he misread his damage
Yeah,
bonus.
sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
Would you like to roll that, Scott?
No, I haven't. It hasn't been brought to my attention that I should even be thinking about it.
Yeah, actually, I read Dreamlands out loud to you.
Yeah, because this is a dream. Duh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw him on a spire. Then the
What do we
spire
see in the
hurt him.
cathedral?
Okay. You enter the cathedral. It is large. You can see that there's actually going to be several rooms. They're kind of in a big entry foyer kind
Narthex?
of thing. Narthex, that works. That's
Are
good
the
church
are
language.
the walls stone?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it the same silt stone?
Is it living
No.
stone?
This is much darker and harder.
Okay,
Um,
like
It-
volcanic maybe, or
older, like metamorphic probably.
Okay.
And you notice that you don't see any kind of joining. Like this looks like
maybe it was carved out.
very
or-
massive or was carved out of almost a mountain or something.
Like Petra?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And there are frescoes. Not
There's
frescoes.
patty melts.
Just
I don't know what fresco
least I
means. I'm
didn't
sorry.
say-
they're not frescoes is the wrong term, anyways. You see basically kind of chiseled artwork that's almost in kind of a hieroglyphic style.
Thank you for defining that. I didn't know what it was.
That's Frisco.
No, a fresco is like a painting on a wall.
Fresco.
Got it.
But there's like carvings in the wall. It's artwork. Clearly, it's pictorial artwork, and you can kind of see, human figures kind of interacting with things.
Are they human or humanoid?
human?
Okay.
Like recognizably,
Okay.
kind of flat, but whatever.
Yeah.
You see some that are kind of like in horizontal positions, perhaps asleep.
Sorry, I'm not really trying to pick at this.
No,
The
it's fine.
skill of the artwork, is it like Egyptian hieroglyphics, or is it more Renaissance style, or
Ancient world.
Okay.
Do any of the figures match any of the stuff that we're wearing?
Nice, good call.
Not in the ones that you're looking at. You're in the entryway. And so what you kind of see... Let me... Excuse me. Get a couple rolls here, actually. I'll take archaeology,
Do the painting,
psychology.
Do the paintings seem to tell a story?
Roll arts.
I got my psychology.
Winning
Oh man,
Psychology.
by
got
50.
it.
I missed psychology by 2. I'm not trained.
Archaeology did not get it.
No? Okay. Psychology and arts, you kind of do see a progression. It does seem like it's telling a story. It looks like you're seeing, kind of these horizontal figures that possibly they're in some sort of like dream state. And you notice that there does look like there's kind of a transition in clothing, kind of stylized early Sumerian, Babylonian kind of like stuff that kind of maybe transitions into togas and then into kind of like robes and scales they'd recognize from various, Chinese dynasties and things like that. So there seems to be kind of a linear time progression going on here.
Okay.
In some other scenes, you see what looks like interactions, like figures that seem to be coming from the heads of the sleeping figures that are interacting with what you would recognize as hooded carcinoid people that seem to be getting destroyed by them. Something that seems not too great interpretation of what these humans are. In other places, you see them interacting with what look like kind of tinier people, and there seems to be some sort of exchange of things going on. And give me occult rolls if you've got occult.
Nope.
That's an affirmative.
No.
Scott, you recognized what seemed to be kind of religious and sacred arcana that look like they're being handed by the little people to the bigger people, and that the bigger people are kind of passing on what look like kind of like tools, like you see like a wheel, and carts and things like that.
A wedge,
So
that
some
kind
sort of like trade being
nice.
done.
Okay.
You recognize it as being kind of like an inspiration thing as well.
Okay, and I'm gonna point this story out to the. Oh yeah, you see how this and here's the deliverer and his group, and they're handing the things and they're doing the. Yeah, it's this civilization. This story is now. Does the story repeat?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's a cyclical thing. It's a time. It's like there were the deliverers before, and there's the deliverers before, and we're up next. Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go deeper into the...
Yeah, I
There's a
wanna
doorway.
go into the center.
There's no door. It's just an arch.
Yeah, go through it.
Okay, you come to the next room. This
An
is
overarching theme.
the first time that you kind of get any sensation of moisture, as if there's moisture that's kind of emanating from the center of the structure. You've noticed there's been like almost no humidity up until this point. Like it's been so dry outside, and you haven't noticed it until now. Now that you've noticed a change. There's some mossy vegetation kind of growing along the walls that's kind of covering up the artwork.
I'm gonna brush it away.
Okay. It feels very tingly to you.
Does
makes you,
it wilt?
Does it feel good on my wounds?
It does, actually, yes. It feels kind of calming.
Can I apply first aid to that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
When he touches it, does it wilt back from his touch?
This doesn't seem to wilt.
Oh, that's a perfect one.
Got a 1?
Yeah.
What's first aid give you? 1d3?
D3.
Take 3 points back.
I'm going to bring my hand close to it. It does not retract or pull back.
No.
When I touch it, does it wilt?
No, it feels very pleasing to you.
Very pleasing?
Yes.
As in, like, from a pharmacological standpoint, or just, ooh, it feels nice to the touch?
From a pharmacological standpoint.
Oh, well, then I'm going to grab a handful of it and pop a tiny little bit in my mouth.
Great.
Are you hungry?
A little bit, yeah. We should all have some.
Nope.
I'm not hungry.
Not hungry.
I don't even
Oh.
know what that is.
That was just like a snack.
It tastes earthy but good. Almost like a nice mushroom.
You guys, creminis? You guys ever had, like, stuffed mushrooms? Mm-hmm. Nothing like that? Tastes just like it.
Okay, I'm just looking at you like I can't believe you just did that.
A warm glow kind of spreads from your stomach throughout your limbs. And you
Are
feel
you
very relaxed.
Good
Okay.
stuff. Yeah,
He
I'm
looks pleased.
It's nice. Does my lammy pajamas have, do they have pockets?
Yeah.
Good, I'm going to fill both pockets with.
Okay.
I don't have pockets. Nope. I'm in long johns.
That's right.
This is good stuff here. It's relaxing and filling. It's good stuff.
I'm not gonna eat it.
But does it have the same effect on him?
On who?
On the furnace guy.
Give me pharmacology or psychology.
I don't think we have pharmacology.
You mean when he puts it on his skin?
Pharmacology is a skill because I think I might have given Scott some of them.
Pharmacy. Yeah.
Pharmacy,
All
whatever.
right.
No, that's fine.
I got psychology.
I've got a little bit pharmacy.
If you notice that there's different effects, that Scott is clearly getting some sort of like pleasurable buzz from it, and Rob is, or not Scott, but their characters, and Margot is, and Kale is not, or I don't think you've ever said your last name. What's your first name?
Jeremy.
Jeez.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, if you had to guess, Jeremy was actually in real pain, and it's the difference in taking a painkiller for fun versus taking a painkiller because you're in pain. So it's a
Right.
therapeutic approach to him, to Jeremy.
Right. Okay.
Jeremy, you still hurting, buddy?
Feeling much better.
Do you relay any of that information?
Very good.
The thing is, I have 1 point of damage, but I can't remember how I got it.
You got spiked in the face by one of those guys.
Okay, so I walk over and I pick some of it up and I kind of just rub it on my cheek where I got.
First aid roll.
See, she's getting it.
Jeremy, does Jeremy's wounds clearly heal some?
That,
They don't look as angry.
oh, right on the nose.
Take a point. Or heal a point, rather.
You know, point. So
Ron-
does it make the wound totally heal, or does
No, it doesn't
take
seem
the
like
pain
it's
away?
a magical thing. It seems like it takes the pain away. But also, like, it makes his wounds look less angry, so it seems it's a more... Like, there's an actual... It's not just masking symptoms. It does have a little bit of a healing effect, but not an
Healing
instant...
properties.
Jeremy,
Thing.
can you rub some of that on me?
Yeah, let me.
Ronald.
Where are you hurt?
Got it.
I got beat
35.
up by some crab
35.
people.
Okay, roll a D3.
So this definitely has different kinds of healing properties to it, as well as obvious pharmacological side effects.
So you want to bring that with you, Mr. Ronald?
Yeah, I'm
Put a
going to
little bit in your
pocket some of it.
Okay.
What, Mr. Artist? I've honestly forgotten your name. It wasn't important.
He's being nice to you.
I
Dominoes.
was being sincere. I've forgotten your name because
Margot.
in the dream it wasn't important.
Dominoes.
Dominoes.
The delivery boy.
So,
That's not very nice either.
I'll wait. I mean, she's right. It's not very nice. But
So under the moss, was there any?
Can you let him finish? I would like to hear what he has to say so that I can scoff at him and then be sarcastic. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think we got off to the wrong foot. I want to apologize. Perhaps my behavior was a bit
You're still not my mother. Sorry, go ahead.
on edge. And I extend my hand to Ronald. Can we start again? I'm Ellison Margot.
You got to check your character sheet? I'll take his hand and shake it.
Good to meet you, sir.
Yeah, you as well.
There you go. See? It's all better now.
No. Underneath the moss, what is the art? Is the artwork the kind of same thing?
Yeah, it looks like a further progression in time. So now you are seeing kind of like Renaissance stuff. The art style is the same, but it's you recognize more modern clothing.
And is it every single
Is it still
time
not
with
us
a
yet?
What?
Still not us yet?
No.
is it every single time with a different race, or is it just the carcinoids?
There's some unfamiliar things that you don't recognize that are being kind of like harmed, you mean?
Yeah, in each time progression, you had the carcinoids, then there were the other little people that were
Right.
handing the book off.
You get the impression, you got a psychology roll on that, correct? You get the
Yeah.
impression that this is not a totally positive depiction of what you presume to be
Humanity.
humans.
Right.
Might be a warning of sorts. You're not sure what the little people stuff means, but
I'm going to follow the art line, see if I can't see us.
okay.
So
You might have to go to the next room for
far,
that.
so I kind of, as I'm gazing at all of the artwork, so far it doesn't look like we are very nice people to these race.
Don't lump me in with them people.
Yeah, precisely. We're nice.
Or the people in these paintings, depictions, the humans.
Well, we can't even shake their hands or claws or pincers, whatever it is.
What does that mean?
They're
We should
starfishes.
be...
They die when we touch them.
Well,
by
then I guess
defini-
we don't touch them.
I guess not. Learned that one. Not going to do it again. But how would you feel of? Yes, there were beings that came from somewhere else, and whenever they touch us, they kill us. Would you consider that? Would you depict them as? Oh, it's happy, jolly, fun time when they come around.
No.
Can I
Right.
roll a biology on that interaction between us and them, and if there's any other animals that do that? Or
Yeah,
maybe-
okay.
Or maybe a natural history. I don't know which one you'd rather
No,
apply.
let's try biology.
Sure. Hey. Yeah, I got it.
And art is a reflection of our inner feelings.
Okay.
You don't know of anything in biology that necessarily acts that way, but you theorize maybe
We're foreign to this
antimatter,
land. Okay.
something like that, like something so foreign, so alien to this world that its very presence is...
Like hard radiation.
Yeah, give me a spot.
Sure. Nice.
Is there another room?
Yeah,
Nope.
okay. But
So I start-
your presence here may be so alien that it's destructive.
Okay.
So I start moving toward the next inner room
Okay.
through the door.
Yeah, well, I want to go on until
Anyone
we get to the
following me?
quote-unquote modern times on these murals.
Cool.
That's what I've been walking towards.
Yeah, I just had some questions before I went that way.
You come in to the next room.
Yep.
It is much more well lit and bright than the other room. Everyone besides Matt, give me a spot.
What's the source of the light?
Magic mushrooms, man.
Got it.
Amen to that, brother. That is a fail on the spot hidden.
Ooh.
No.
Nothing.
You notice that Jeremy notices that you are leaving footprints, almost as if you're sinking slightly into the surface of the stone. All of you have. And that there's another set of footprints going forward through the rooms. Human footprints.
I'm going to touch the stone below my feet.
There's immediately after you kind of raise your foot up, there's kind of like a slight give to it, and then it hardens.
I'm going to take a finger.
Follow the footprints.
Okay.
I'm going to take a finger. Can I write on the floor?
No. Now that you've entered the room fully, and it's fully lit, there seems to be no light source. There's just ambient light suffusing the space. Nice. There is a watercolor painting of a meadow at the far end of the room. In the meadow, there is laying a trombone.
I just laugh. Is it the watercolor meadow
I'm
that
sorry.
I think it is?
There's a watercolor meadow at the end of the room, and in the meadow is laying a trombone.
There's a trombone depicted in the meadow.
I'm going to walk towards it.
Okay.
Is it the meadow that I think it is?
Oh, you recognize that meadow.
Okay. I just laugh. I sit down, cross my feet. I just
Something
laugh.
funny?
Yeah, that's hysterical.
What's hysterical?
The meadow
Can you clue us in?
with the trumpet,
It's a trombone.
Okay.
trombone. Why do you key on that difference? Trumpet,
they're
trombone, it's
two
the same thing.
different musical
Because I didn't call you a
instruments.
potter. You're an artist.
Why? What does the trombone symbolize to you?
So it's watercolor painting. I'm ignoring him at this point in time, kind
It's
of
a-
studying the watercolor painting.
Jazz instrument? I don't know.
Is there anything else in the painting that sticks out?
No, it seems to be a very well done. It's a very beautiful, kind of like peaceful, placid scene that's done with like a lot of care and artifice. And the trombone seems like out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would there be a trombone in a meadow? Maybe it's some sort of artistic statement that you just don't get.
That would make sense.
So we're in the next room, the third room now.
Yes.
So I'm continuing to follow murals and look for us.
Okay.
What
These-
about the footsteps you were following?
Well, I'm going to look up from the footsteps and look at the
okay.
murals.
So these murals there's more of that moss and it's thicker. You can scrape away some of it, and you see you're getting into the modern era. And you see kind of someone that seems a little familiar and female. It looks like she's sitting at something, and there seems to be a lot of kind of like scribblings above her head. But you can't make out, what they say.
She looks familiar.
Yeah.
In what way?
Like someone who might be in the room with you.
Ah.
Got kind of a furrowed expression on her face that maybe you've seen directed towards you or others.
I'm going to point it out to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Hey, you guys should look at this because I think this is our professor.
Can we clear away more of the moss and find anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold up the lenses and translate the gibberishy things to good job.
I'll
Keep
hold
going.
hold up the lenses and translate the gibberishy thing.
You recognize something from your dissertation that was particularly well regarded in your field. He's reading it back.
What is it about? I mean, like topic wise.
Morality, the philosophy of morality and ethics, and it's kind of a novel connection between two different theories that has this idea of like how acting good is a pure moral good, and maybe would you want to? It's your character.
What are you a professor of?
Do we know that she's a professor?
I don't know.
I don't think she's ever actually identified herself that way.
No, she just.
You might know her because you've worked on it, so you might know her profession just because of it being the paperwork you might get or something.
Right. I mean, at this point, though, if it's dissertation work, people should be able to recognize that that's a scientific writing. It's above your head.
Yeah, it seems to be like philosophy.
So what do you do? What is your job? What do you do?
I'm a professor at the university.
A professor of?
I have psychology. I don't have philosophy.
There's no philosophy skill.
Oh, okay.
You're a professor of philosophy.
Professor of philosophy at the University of Colorado.
And this is your work?
It seems like it, though I do not know how it got here.
Well, I don't know how I got here, so that's not a
Well.
bad question. But
I'm going to walk up to the painting and try to remove the trombone. Like, literally reach out, and if it's a trombone, I'm going to pick it up out of the painting.
You are able to draw a trombone forth from the painting. It's kind of this tiny thing, but kind of like you reach your hand and it sort of goes in and you pull it out and it becomes long and you have a fully formed trombone.
That's fantastic.
does his hand turn into painting, or does it just, like, meld in?
It's kind of melds in.
Does his sanity slip?
No, how dreamlike this is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Great.
I didn't paint a trombone into that meadow originally. It just doesn't belong there. I mean, I understand, and I bring the trombone to my mouth, and
Do we see a furnace?
oh, it does work.
No, you see a happy family.
Where in a painting?
No, in one of the frescoes. Not frescoes, one of the etchings.
Etching, yeah.
Huh.
What are they doing?
Yeah. I'm going to look at that.
Looks like the father figure is kind of like doing some juggling. And they're all looking in delight. Couple kids, loving wife.
I come over.
So do
Jeremy,
I
is that
stand
your
next to him
family?
and recognize it as him?
Yes.
You recognize it as Jeremy at the center.
That's your family? Good
Yeah.
looking family.
You can juggle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can juggle.
Man of many talents.
Furnaces and balls.
So, Ronald, where is your mural?
You hear a loud crashing sound coming from the next room.
There's further into the cathedral, or
Yeah,
the
further
one that
in.
we just came
Further
out
in
of?
where the footprints lead.
I'm gonna head that way
Yep.
quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly.
I mosey.
Can I?
There's
I
a wrecked
don't
car in
wanna
the middle
go-
of the room.
I don't want to go into the next room. I want to roll a psychology because I feel like we're going deeper into a psychosis.
Roll a psychology.
Yes.
This cathedral knows you and what you've done. These seem like positive things in this room.
Wait, so no, there's a wrecked car in the middle of the next room.
You've gone into the next room. There's a wrecked flaming car in the middle of the next room.
A gray Ford Taurus.
Yeah.
Where's Ronald's mural?
I run towards the car,
Okay.
trying to rip open the driver door.
Great. What is everyone else doing?
Oh, I'm screaming while I'm doing this. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
What are you screaming?
No.
I'm trying to figure out how this could, because I'm kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle together in my head. Like, as we're progressing through the rooms, it feels like we're getting deeper into a dreamlike state.
Mm-hmm.
And with the depictions, it feels like something's in our head and has brought us all together. but hearing the scream, it kind of breaks me out of that reverie, and I'll flee into the next room. Because I'm still trying to put this together.
Okay.
I'm looking around the room for Ronald's mural. I found mine. We found the professor's. We found Jeremy's. Where's Ronald's? Do I find anything?
What are you holding in your hand?
The trumpet.
It's a trombone.
It's a trombone.
Oh, it's it's a trombone. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I looked down at the trombone and I'm like, oh, why was the trombone in my meadow? Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
we
So
all
you
have-
And then I mosey into the next room. I'm like, sure, why not?
This guy's screaming at a Ford Taurus that is inexplicably in here.
I
know.
will try to go help him.
Regardless of
open
the,
the doors.
of
Is
the
there
flame,
somebody
I'm
in
going
there?
to rip the door open. It's the best
I would
can.
scream.
Is there a
Is there
door?
someone in there?
No, there's no door.
This is the last room.
Oh, yeah. There's a door further in.
I'm going to
It's
go
not
through
the
that
last
door.
one. To the last door? Okay. I'm going to. What are you doing, Scott?
Are there more murals in this room? I mean, I'm going to ignore the Ford Taurus. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Are there more paintings?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's car. Got a trombone. It's all good. Car's on fire. It's obviously not drivable. I'm not going anywhere.
You see an
with it.
image of yourself on the wall, sleeping horizontally, and a big empty hole that has been punched through the wall where there was writing above the professor's head in the previous room. Above your head, there's nothing.
I take a moment and lick my lips, bring the trombone up. And I play the sad trombone sound.
Do a music roll.
Fair enough. See if I muck it up. 48 under 70. Got
He
it.
makes the sad trombone sound,
The sad trombone sound. I
which
gotta
to
leave
you
it in.
is horrifying to you at this moment of severe distress. So that's happening. Roll a sanity, Scott and Matt.
Whoa.
Made it.
That's going to be a D10 for you, Scott.
I failed.
It's going to be a D6 for you, Scott. Sorry, Matt's 1 D10. Okay. I reversed you guys. One?
Would you like me to re-roll that?
No.
6. So the universe has justice. Is that what
I'm
you're
going
saying?
to roll, yes, that you realize what you just did. Because you saw the mural first, because that's where you looked first, because you're like, oh, whatever, burning car, no big deal. Then you do the sad trombone sound and realize also, what on earth am I doing? This is a horrible thing. Oh, my God.
So as he plays that, I turn in fury,
yeah.
point the gun at him,
Okay.
and not having fired a gun before, I can't figure out how to get it to work. Probably because it's not cocked, but I don't know that.
Or the
That's fine.
safety's on.
Or the safety's
Or the
on.
safety's on, and it's clear that I'm trying to shoot him.
I'm sorry, Donald. Oh, my God. From the car.
Does anyone else hear that?
Oh, yeah, you'll hear them.
I turn and
Do I hear that in the other
I
room?
like.
You're at the
physically
doorway. I'm gonna
try-
get you in a
Can I
second.
physically try to knock the gun out of his hands? What would that be?
Would you relent to that?
I probably am not in the frame of mind to stop her.
Okay, yeah. You
Okay,
are
and-
able to knock it out.
I would knock it out and
He's
then
kind of waving it wildly, but not able to
I
do
know,
anything.
and then grab him and look him straight in the face and be. And this is not real. None of this is real. This is all in our heads from our past. The writing, whatever is happening to you now, don't listen to any of it. And I have persuasion. I can roll persuasion.
Sure. As you do that, you see a pamphlet lying on the floor.
Yes, I make the persuade. Can he roll to dodge my persuade? I don't even know how that works.
No, I'm going to say that she's able to kind of snap you so that you're not wanting to shoot this guy necessarily, but you did hear something from the car. Okay, we're going to cut to Jeremy now.
Yay!
Pamphlet on.
Because you see in the next room a human body that is split open, and coming out of its chest is this big glowing blue portal, Stargate style. You recognize it as a tenant from your building. Ben Densby, who's a weird squirrely guy who you've been sent to work on his room several times and never been able to get in there, who is dead. So take a sanity check.
Got it.
That's gonna be tough. Okay, you got it. D6. 2.
2.
Okay. So you see a portal coming out of a human corpse. You imagine that this is the Forerunner.
Okay.
I turn back to the car. Can I open the door? Can I get into the car?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to, like, struggle with him because I still have a hold of his shoulders as much as possible to bring him to the realization that it's not real. The car's not real.
Okay.
Whatever's happening isn't real.
I will try and break that so it's resistance stable.
Sure.
So my strength is 12. What's your strength, Shirley? 8?
Yes.
So I have a 70% chance.
Yeah.
I got an 06.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay. Come here with us, Ronald.
I crawl in the car.
Oh, my God.
Come and die with us, Ronald.
I shut the door behind me.
Okay. That's fun.
I'm not going to go near a burning car. I mean, I'm screaming at him not to
It's not
get
actually
in the
hot.
car.
It didn't seem to hurt me at all.
Yeah, you don't feel any heat coming off of the car. You notice
So
the
I can
overwhelming
hear-
stench of death coming from the car.
And then I can hear what he hears.
Yeah.
So I try to open the door to see what exactly he's seeing.
You can't open the door, but you can see through the window that there's a wife and daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, daughter's probably 8.
What you presume is his wife.
Right. And I would probably know from my PhD and my
Love how she just throws that around. From my PhD.
from my PhD and the psychology that at this current time there is nothing that I would be able to do to convince him to come out of the car.
If you were a hopeless person, yes. But you're reminded
I'm not
that
a hopeless person. I'm a firefighter.
when you were younger, you believed that there was a universal good and that there was a worth in trying things. Now, maybe you think all that stuff was BS. I don't know. What would you do?
Thanks, George. I
What?
hate you.
What, for the
I
character?
Yes, I thought with this character, I'd be like, oh, bitterness. I can, like, play something that it's not going to play off anything that I believe. Now I have to go save somebody.
Well, the question is, do you want... Well,
Bitter much?
Okay, so I would, try to... So I can't open the door? Like, literally can't open the door, but I can see people in there?
yeah. It looks like he's trying to crawl into a seat.
I would try to plead with him and tell him that it's still not real and whatever he's feeling or seeing is a delusion at this point in time.
The wife and child look like a corpse to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do they feel real to me?
Yeah, but they smell real bad.
Can I make a sanity check?
Can you? We insist.
I fail. So...
I'm not going to make you lose any for that. But
No, that's fine. That's fine. So I start wailing, screaming, and kind of kick the door open, regardless of how close that comes to the professor, and kind of scramble out of the car away from what's clearly dead.
You feel yourself letting go of something. Gain 2 sanity.
Yay! I watched my family die.
Hey, George, got a question.
Yes.
Given what I wrote on that piece of paper and that they're all looking in the car, is it as hard to finagle as previously anticipated by you?
Give me a luck roll.
All right.
And then give me give me the luck roll and then give me a conceal if you pass that.
Success on the luck. Success on the conceal.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Okay,
Thank you.
so you feel lighter, actually, like you've let something go. It's not like you haven't seen them die before, but this time you realize that maybe you shouldn't die with them? Maybe that's a good thing.
So I kneel down and kind of comfort him.
You have the worst games.
Hug him.
I'm going to go home and cry.
He has the
Again.
best
Do you know
games.
how
You haven't gotten to the end yet.
much I have to take care of him after your games emotionally and
Do
mentally?
you want to look at your pamphlet?
Yeah, the thing is, I know that the pamphlet's there. It's kind of like in my
Okay.
peripheral mind, but I'm comforting him and
You give him a
trying
hug?
to- Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Like I get down and hug him and try to.
Okay,
comfort him.
so going to
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Woohoo!
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I want to take my metal pole and I want to stick it in the portal.
Yeah, okay. Feel no resistance. You can push it in and out. Doesn't seem to be damaged or anything.
I'm going to go try to put my hand in it.
Fine. Little tingly and warm. When you put it through the portal, the other side feels better.
I'm going to jump in.
Cool. Okay, so Jeremy jumps through the portal. We'll cover what he sees in the next episode. What are you guys doing? You're comforting him. Let's go to Scott. What's your
Yeah.
activity?
Did I notice the pamphlet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm watching him crawl out. I will bend over down on the ground, gather up a couple things. The pamphlet. Are there stones or pieces of metal, like from the car, or just the pamphlet?
Just the pamphlet.
Okay, then I'll just pick up the pamphlet and stand back up. What's the pamphlet?
It appears to actually be some sort of like academic journal, and you see it's like a fragment of it, and it's got Dr. Elizabeth Salazar's name on it.
I flip through it. What is the subject or the...
Philosophy.
Okay. Is
Morals and ethics.
it morals and ethics? Oh, is it the thing we read out on the mural?
No, this one's different. It's dated more recently. Well, you don't know what the date was on the other one, but this one's dated recently. Past couple years.
Has it been graded, or is there anything significant that stands out other than a moral and philosophy treatise?
Not to you.
Okay. I motioned to Elizabeth, did you drop this?
I take it and look at it, and as I'm comforting him, with my one hand, I'm looking at it with my other, and I have like a look of guilt kind of come over my face.
So you know what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
What is that?
I kind of look at Ronald and then look at the car, look around at everything, and realize the psychology of everything that we touch, we destroy, basically. And it kind of makes me think, okay, I'm going to come clean. It's the work of my students, and I put my name on it.
Gain some
Like-
sanity.
Like plagiarism?
No, like, well, I guess it could be considered a form of plagiarism, but I had student assistants help me
It's
gather
called
information
theft.
about certain things, and then I wrote papers and took all that information and their ideas and claimed them for myself.
Wow.
That is exactly plagiarism.
You would actually recognize this, Margot/Scott. Something similar happens in the art world sometimes, where when artists get older and maybe they have less inspiration and they get a little bit more money and they're spending more time doing like press junkets and all that kind of stuff, that they'll have younger apprentices that will, help, air quotes, on their work and put things out. And maybe they get a little bit of mentorship and they get money they wouldn't get otherwise and a little bit more stability. But the artist puts their name on it, the one that's better known. Kind of similar. So it's not out and out theft in that it's... To some people would be out and out theft. To other people, and especially the more powerful people in these worlds that are more established, it's just kind of what you do.
But
it's not
some
really-
coin and trade of, hey, you got
Yeah.
your start, I got some art out of it.
It's
Okay.
definitely on the sleazy end.
Right.
And opinions vary as to how good or not it is. Because on one hand, you're getting mentorship, you're getting protection, but you're also getting exploited.
Right.
So
Okay.
is it ethical? Maybe that's for a professor of philosophy to decide.
Interesting.
In the academic world, I believe we call that theft.
Ronald?
Intellectual theft.
Ronald?
In character or out of character?
In character.
'Cause out of character.
Tears
Do it all
streaming
the
down
time.
my face. Oh, I'm sure. But I'm at least academic.
Do you look
academically
guilty?
inquired.
Yeah.
She looks.
I mean, I just kind of owned up to my horrible deeds and
What have you done?
whatnot.
What do you mean, what have I done? I painted that beautiful meadow we just walked in from.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, actually. Some of my best work ever.
My wife and child died, and that's been pulling me down. She stole from her students, and that's been pulling her down. What did you and Jeremy do?
I don't know.
Jeremy's gone.
No,
On that bombshell, we'll call it.
All right, that will do us tonight for the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep, and we will talk to you guys next week.
And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us on facebook.com/nerdsdomain, on Twitter @nerdsdomain, or over at our site, nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Josh Schott for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain. And check out our shirts at slashloot.com.